Begin.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming tonight on Zoom with me for one of I guess my first book reading online. And I have a couple of books here that I plan to read from tonight. Not sure if you can see them well. Let me know if you can't. One of them is my first book that I did by myself, and it's called On My Own. And you know what? I think I didn't do something here. I'm Lonnie Ross. Okay? The second book is a collaboration that I did with a group of wonderful people. It's called the Lug Book Project. And like I said, I plan to read a couple of pieces from them, and I hope you enjoy them. Let me give you a little bit of insight on myself. I am a single mom. I have a wonderful 12-year-old little boy. His name is Christopher. I live in New York. I work in Manhattan. I actually work I work on Wall Street and in a very large dental office. My likes, my hobbies are reading, writing, and one of my favorite hobbies is writing poetry. I write poetry. I also write short novels. I have not indulged in the short novels yet, but I plan to. I have a publisher, and I've also started my own publishing company called What the Dickens Publications. So I'm very happy about that, which the second book that I have here is the first book on my publishing company, What the Dickens Publications, which I'm quite proud of, I'm quite proud of the wonderful assortment of talent that is inside the book. I'm not talking about mine, I'm talking about the wonderful people who collaborated on it with me. Very, very proud of this book. And I just wanted to know before I go in and start, does anyone have any questions for me? If you have any questions on the upper right-hand side where it says chat, please type in a question. I will answer it at any time, of course, after I finish writing a piece. But I look forward to any commentary from you all, and I'm looking forward to reading from my books from you all. So I guess I'm about to start. Okay, this one, like I said, is from On My Own. As you can see, that is a picture of me there. And I actually did that picture. I just want you to know that. That just happened. I did that picture with the double exposure. I wasn't trying to do anything fancy, just something simple. So, let's see. Okay, my first one. A lot of my poetry actually does not have titles. I actually just go with the feeling. Some have titles, some don't, and that's okay with me. Now, this first one is a spiritual one, and I hope you enjoy it. I'm planted on solid ground. Yea, the seeds whispered about my forthcoming. They mocked me because I had a glow. Said I thought I was chosen one. They were all half right, 'cause aren't we all handpicked by the Almighty? It had been told that the children are our future. So wasn't I supposed to stand and deliver? I mean, really, what's the confusion? No more sugar plums dancing in my head. No more belief in white knights. Noah built that boat to preserve the image of me. And in return, I have become the white knight. I ride in to save the day. But every day, the Antichrist targets me through smiling faces. I see Gabriel perched on the side, tear-stained with horn in hand, heartily saddened by the job he must do, my bodyguard. I cry too, but nevertheless a job must be done. Mine enemy's son must be done. And with the diminishing of the stagnant dust, I am able to be fertilized in the rich soils of prosperity and growth. My words have the chance now to be carried amongst the wind. I was sent to give shelter from the storm. I feed the new whisperers. I stand broad, protective, impeccably groomed by that invisible touch that may say it's not there because they can't see it. But I see you. And I stand strong in life as a protector of the land. My role on this earth here, I understand. Do you? That actually was, like I said, was a spiritual one that was actually put out there to provoke you. There's so many misconceptions of different verses of the, there are so many misconceptions of the Bible and people's perceptions of the Bible. So I put that out there, and there are many people walking around that feel, you know, I don't believe in what the Bible has to say or anything like that, and you're right. But as for me, as you can see, I know who my God is, and I just put it out there just to provoke you. Do you know who your God is? There's so many versions of who God is, you know, and what is your God to you? My God sent Noah. My God sent Gabriel. My God planted us on this earth, planted us in the ground. We are the seeds, and we grow forth each day. That's who my God is. Anyone have any questions? Okay, going to go on to the next one. I believe this one has a title. It's called Love Beggars. Love beggars be on this emotional trip, forced into this need to languish. Desperate thoughts on the beatings of true hearts, offering forevermores and forever afters. Kisses and laughter till death do we part. But you know, the iota, it's a fickle thing. It tends to flex for anyone, just to show off. No, it doesn't mean it doesn't know my dreams and my worth. It's just not monogamous to you. It's actually promiscuous to all of us, all the greedy little love beggars. And I think it has to be that way, because without love found, then lost, how would each of us find true love again and again? How else would sad songs be sung about losing our best friend? Remember, I shine when you shine, and there's really no substitute. That's what was said as we lay naked in bed, head between head. Without you, I shall never breathe again. That's what Tony said. Each begging for more and more of the other. Be my friend, my companion, my lover. Be my mirror, be my life, be my husband, be my wife. Be protection from life's cruel storms, but be silent when the game is on. Be my project when I'm bored. I once loved you so much, now it's you I abhor. Nothing personal, it's just what I need. More. But I thought I was more. I'm begging you to let me love anew. Give me that now. My 1, 2, 3, I forget how many, true love or forever be gone. Now that is about the complications of love. And I think you know a good bit about that, Marcus. the complications of love. I want you. I have to have you. You're my everything until tomorrow. Okay? Until I meet someone else. Like Tony said, you know, without you, I'll never breathe again. You find breath pretty quick next week, though, I notice.
Amen.
Yeah. Or, my personal favorite, you can breathe very well while the game is on. And with the sandwich and a soda or beer in your hand. Step away from the TV, but I still love you. Okay. Little things like that. But, you know, like I said, we all, so many of us want to be loved and beg to be loved, but there's so much that comes into the complications of love. So many things that we never see, never foresee, but they're all a part of love, and we definitely need to think about that when we're looking for it, or exactly what we're looking for in love. Okay, let's see. This one here, let's go into my termodious ones. Okay. This one is without a title. I hope you enjoy it. Had a weak moment and tried to make you the one. Tried to force your hand at taking mine. For the right price, I forgot a quarter or a dime. I allowed you to walk with me under a halo of rice. Boy, was I wrong. So not right. Turned my sunny days into immediate everlasting midnights. Heard the universal ticking of my biological clock. So I let my brain stop. A new plan I would adopt. Decided to refrain and retrain you to be what I needed you to be, what I needed me to see, in order for you to be bestowed of my prestigious needs, which inevitably meant producing an amazing seed. But while giving in, sometimes you have to also give up a little piece of you, not realizing that my grooming of you was setting me up to be not just your partner, but in a weird way, your mother too. And I never saw it until it was too late. I had sown the seeds yesterday for what today I have begun to slowly hate. A strong word, yes, it's true, but for all of my smarts, I was becoming unglued. I was a sci-fi Barbie who had systematically picked, developed, reformed, retrained, and reprogrammed you to be the essence of what I perceived. Not to be perfect, not to be the perfect you, but to be the perfect solution for me. Now all I want is of my perfect creation is to turn around and just leave, minus the seed. Is this what the average woman does when she is ready to breed? That one there, it really, while writing it and afterwards, going back over and looking at it, I found a lot of truths in that, not just for myself, but for many that I know that were not acceptant of the mate that they saw before them, but instead they wanted to create the perfect mate that they had read about or had been told to them in bedtime stories. So with that stuck in your head, you come out of the gate with, I know what I want, and I'm going to get that person, and if I have to recreate them or make them into that person, that's what I'm going to do. So you're not really, though, allowing the other person to come in with all their gifts and their beauty to be seen. You just really want someone moldable. Yes, I'm saying that, Marcus. Sometimes we want someone moldable. Not everyone is moldable. And also, we should be, kind of accepted of what's given before us. Okay. Any questions on any of anything that I'm saying? Because we can go on to the next one.
Hi, love. It appears that you do have a few questions. Do you see them posted? They came across my screen.
Hold on just for a second, and I will. Okay. Let's see. Participants. Okay. Window. I'm not really seeing any questions.
In your chat, on your chat, did you click on your chat icon?
It says participants, yes. Oh, chat all. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Chat all. No, actually, I'm not. Linda, if you can read me the questions, I can answer them.
Okay, let's see. Comments. One says right on, and then from Ocean, I believe she asks, when did you write it?
When did I write it?
Yes.
What particular one are she? Yes.
Ocean.
Ocean. Which particular one are you talking about?
I believe the one just before this one, I believe.
Okay. The one about the love beggars? Most of my stories, most of my poetry of my latest two books actually were done. Love beggars and the poetry in this book right here, I would say that was done about a year and a half ago. Yeah, about a year. I store up a lot of poetry and I go back over it time later on. Like, I'll do a lot of writing. My technique is I will do a lot of writing right now, but I'm not necessarily reading my stuff right now. I don't like to read it right away. I will read over it at the moment to check for grammatical errors. After that, I like to read it later. I like to read it later. For some reason, I could understand it more and really think about it. I saw a question pop up about who inspires me. I love Gwendolyn Brooks. I actually, in high school, I won the Gwendolyn Brooks poetry contest. Let's see. I love Langston Hughes. Let's see. I do love a good bit of writers. I love,
You love Toni Morrison.
yes, I love Toni. I love Toni Morrison. She was very, very important in my life as a teenager. Even though the Toni Morrison books were not for me to read, they were my mother's books. So therefore, I would sneak and get her books and read them and have to put them back. I did a lot of sneaking and reading books because I was a little bit above the reading age. The books that I was reading were really not for my age group. So what I would do is I would sneak them. I would go into the bathroom and I would read them in the dark with a flashlight. Okay. Let's see. I would, do that. I would read them in my room under the covers with a flashlight. With this technique, you had to learn to try and read books quickly because my father was coming, okay? He knew that I was in the dark somewhere reading with a flashlight at about 2, 3 in the morning. Henceforth, I've learned to, at an early age, I learned to read a book a day. So I was reading these adult books in a day. That meant any spare moment that I had, I was reading the adult books. And I had to read them quietly somewhere on the side so that my parents would not take them from me. But it's like the books that were for my age I had outgrown them so quickly. And what helped me a lot with getting to a lot of books, I worked in the school library. So there, once I worked in the school library, stayed in your head. Once I worked in the school library, I figured I hit the jackpot, okay? I would say, I saw a question that said, what stayed in my head all these years? What stayed in my head, for example, was, The Bluest Eye. I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings. Those, wow, were awesome rights. The Bluest Eye, the meaning behind it was so deep at that age for me. I was reading that. I was reading, like I said, I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings. And I was reading everything, but those two right there, reading the Billie Holiday, the autobiography of Billie Holiday. The meanings in those stories were just the fact that in The Bluest Eye, the little girl one of the main characters saw that life could be better for her if she just had blue eyes. All the things that were going on in her society and all the things that were going in her home and all the pain that she was feeling because of the era that she was in could be instantly washed away, instantly settled if she had blue eyes and blonde hair. That is such a deep message, and it's something because I'm pretty sure there are so many kids today of African American descent that feel the very same way. And it makes me think like, if they're walking around thinking about that. Now, at that time, that child's mother could not spend the time to let her know that she was beautiful in her own right, okay? But in this day and era, we have that. We have that ability to dote on our children and just enforce them in that. But, it's still so many children, and adults feeling the very same way. Okay, a question of what voice do I have to, in my writing, the voice that I want to have in my writing. Well, I write two types of writing. I write my poetry, and then I write my passion, which is my children's books. I have not put that out yet. My voice that I write in my poetry, it is the voice of many different people. It's not just my voice. It's not one set voice. I write from what? Again, reading. I write from my friends' voices, their pain, their anger, their love. That's where I hear, people come to me and they tell me stories all the time. I've actually had people to come out and tell me, I had a recent friend who just she's going through a horrible time in her life, and she asked me to write out her anger. And I'm able to do that because if you tell me your story, I can, believe me, I can replicate it on the paper for you. Because I can put your heart and your pain and your tears on that paper. That I figured that's a gift. So therefore, other than my children's book, other than my children's books, the other books I write from all the voices that I hear around me. That's just where I am at, you know, and myself. There is some of myself in there. Yes, it is. I'm going to go on to another one. Let's see this one. I believe this one. Stop. Stop. You are hurting yourself. You are better than that. You put your ass out there on the line and got screwed. And I don't just blame you, because you are all about the dreams. And you inspire us to have dreams about the womb, from the womb, the temporary homey-like tomb, deep within the caverns of mom. She developed that weak mind of yours, bathed you, powdered you, pampered you, then sent you into battle in the wrong state of mind. So naive to think all you needed was to be loved. But love comes at a heavy price, the price of your vanity, of your freedom, given freely, of your trust, put all in another, of your sanity, because your sameness became a thing of the past. You are no longer first. You are front runner for last. You now have distinguished the differences between promises and pillow talk. Too many days too late. Now in misery, you realize that this is your fate. So now you spew words of hate. You point fingers, you embarrass yourself. You hide behind subliminal messages. You scream to the top of your voice, why me, why? Some days you even think the only thing left is to escape this hell, is to die. So you say your Hail Marys, prep your soul for the belly of the beast. Say your goodbyes to those you love the most, middle finger up to those liked the least. Lay back in your bed of misery. Watch the blood slide from your wrists, encircling you and drippings, spilling out your demise, drippings, spelling out why. Now that piece right there is actually the beginning and the end of what I've conceived as a person who is on a suicidal person. The beginnings of their life, of where they started from, their views, when things turned bad for them, why they turned bad, and how they decided to go forth with that. Let me see. Let's go to another. Okay. This one's called Bleeding. So I bled this week. I mean, not bleeding from the fingers, but it hurt too much to put it down on paper. I was bleeding in my head. I was bleeding in my heart. I was bleeding in my soul, and I was lost. I didn't know how to stop the mental and physical hemorrhaging. I was drowning and not a lifesaver in sight. I was caught off guard, just going along living life, loving who I am, loving the skin I was in, and I was crying. I was hysterical. I could not breathe, and I needed to call you. I needed to call you and you and you, but I couldn't bring myself to call you or you, because the screams were so loud in my head, it scrambled me. And I didn't want you to see me like this. I didn't want you to see the weakness of me at this moment. Me who is used to being your strength. Me who is used to being the shoulder to many. Me who has always got your back. Me who is always encircling you with love in your time of distress. I couldn't. I didn't want you to see me who was now on the floor in a fetal position, screaming like a baby. Me who was pulling out my hair, clutching my breast for air. Me who was caught off guard because I was wearing rose-colored glasses. I don't know if I choose not to see or was just temporarily blindsided by life. But I know I was hurting. I know I was crying. I know I was dying. I knew I was bleeding and I didn't know how to stop the blood from taking me under. I didn't know how to fight back. I didn't know what psalm I would need to whisper to make him hear me, to help me now. I didn't know what prayer. Didn't even know at this moment how to clasp my hand together and call out his name. But I knew he was there for me. Because when I finally came out his name, he made all the blood go away. And today, my life is no longer in dismay. Once was lost, but now I'm found has a truer meaning for me this day. I enjoyed that.
I did too. That was wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's go on. Okay. Going on to another. Sorry, I lied to you. But I did it because I wanted the best for you. I wanted a special touch for you. I wanted you to hear someone listening to you. I wanted you to know true laughter. I needed you to know sincerity from the heart. But I went way too far. I gave you strength where there was none. I gave you sight where you once were blind. I sang to your spirit. And in return, heard nothing but applause. But now it is I who is lost. I had no right to give you a taste of what was not mine to give. And like a liar, I realized I was just telling you fib after fib. But with these lies, I just can't live, so I release you. So sorry for offering you pieces of me. I didn't mean to offer me. I just wanted you to see how you should have been treated. I just wanted you to feel needed. I just wanted you to glow. I wanted your heart to feel a rush, not the hush of a pretend thing. But in educating you, I feel pretense is all I did bring. Sorry I lied to you. Not sure what I hurt the most, your already fragile ego or your ability to trust. I thought I could give you some of what you were looking for, but now you want more, and I can't lie to you no more. That one, merely about meeting someone who is already hurt and down and wanting to bring them up, but in doing so, offering something that you really had no right to offer them, even though you wanted to help them. In reality, all you did was hurt them. Linda, do you see any more questions? Linda, do you see any more questions? I'm going to read on. Okay. A little lost tonight. My thoughts somewhere up in flight, and I'm struggling for a breath. I'm like a fiend on meth. I'm needing a clear path to a clear mind. Please put this one time. Please just this one time. When I need it the most, but like always, it seems my mind and my heart appear to be ghost. I'm clutching at straws, coming up short every time. The keys to my life right in my hand, but I'm lost as usual. No rhyme, no rhyme. Feels like I'm losing my mind because in my heart, true love, I can't seem to find. Once could see clearly, but now I'm blind. Living in a dream that has that big house, picket fence, dog in the yard, where someone sweet waves, but it's across the way. And they not waving for me to come in, they waving for me to get away. Here again, my emotions up for display. I was once the hunter of my destiny, now I'm its prey. And all I can do is drop to my knees and pray for a better day, a better way where my life can open up to sunny rays instead of tumultuous dismay. Damn near every day. My life feels like the night when someone has turned out all the lights. Not sure, but I think it may have been me. But I don't find myself hanging from the nearest tree. Any questions? Let me see. Let's see. Okay. Marcus. What voices? Okay, that was Marcus. Okay. I'm not seeing any more questions at the moment, so I'm going to move on, okay? If anyone wants to ask me any questions, you must go through the chat room up in the upper right part of the screen. Let's see. Okay. This one here is called benign. An innocent tumor on the spine, and yet it still grew, causing it to intertwine, connecting it to the lies, causing bitter liquids to toil, blood heated, bringing it to boil, singeing everything in its path. But the good praise the bad. Bits of burnt residue encircle my heart. I believe it was probably there from the start, but I wouldn't listen. Somebody called me Joan of Arc because my good faith is always placed in the wrong place. Time to cough you up, spit you out, release suspicions, emerge all doubts, lance that cancer on my spine. Yes, it's benign. Let it be gone then. Treat it as if I were blind. No more wasting anyone's time. Let's see. Ooh. Just going to get a little something here for my throat. Okay. So, hold on. Let me think. I think I have a question. Let's check it out. Ooh. Okay. Okay, okay, ask questions at the time. 2 questions on giveaway. Okay, I asked you a question. Let's see. Ask questions, speaking. Okay, type in comments. Voice box. Okay, let's see this question. Who's in your head? Okay, take this one. Oh, it said, okay, someone asked a question. What are the writers from the past you would have liked to compose with? Believe it or not, I am like such a huge fan of Mr. Frost, Robert Frost. Really, one of my favorite poems from him is How Do I Love Thee? I would have loved to did something with him. I definitely loved him. Let's see. Believe it or not, I don't know if I would have wanted to compose with her, but I would have just loved to been in the room and sat and soaked up her aura and her knowledge. That would be Maya Angelou. I would have, my gosh, for people that had that, it's just, she was like an angel here on earth here for us for a good while. I would have loved to just sit and just been a part of her thoughts in the room. I think that would have been like awesome. What I do plan to do also, I do plan to give away a book for up here, one of my books. Oops. Okay. And I'm gonna see how I'm supposed to do it. Let's see, ask a question, Lonnie, give it, okay, read out the question. Okay, so do you have another gift to share besides your writing? Okay, someone asked, do I have another book to share other than my writing? Yes, I do. I am a singer as well. My family and my friends know that. Yes, I am. Yes, I see you, Marcus. Yes, I am a singer as well. For a good time, I was singing opera. I do sing R&B. Okay. No, Ocean, I will not be singing. Okay. But yes, I am a singer. My family knows that, and my good friends. So that is one of my passions as well. They go back and forth. I don't know which one is my most favorite passion, but I do love to write, and I love to sing gospel music. I love gospel music. I love it better than the opera. I love it better than the R&B. It just makes me feel so good. Okay. Okay, I have a question of how do I think, what was that? Hold on just for 1 second, about how poetry is portrayed these days. That's a difficult one, because that's a little difficult because everyone's poetry it means something to them. It means something. I go with how poetry makes me feel. I've went to a couple of poetry readings and stuff like that, and I found the younger generation is an angrier generation with poetry. It does not make me feel as mellow and complete as ones in the past. I'm looking for poetry. To me, it comforts me. It calms me down. Even when I write angry poetry or anything like that, at the end of it, I feel complete and I feel calm and I feel relaxed. I've went to a good couple of poetry readings with the younger generation. There is a lot of anger there. There is a lot of hostility, and maybe it's due to their environment or things that are going on in their life, and I do understand that, and they're really getting that out there. And you're supposed to, poetry helps me get out whatever's on my soul, whatever's on my heart. It makes me get that out, but afterwards I feel calm and I feel relaxed and I feel complete. When I go and I listen to that, for some people, it's not, I don't leave with that relaxed, oh, I feel so good. That really made me think. The older generation, I feel more with that than I do with the younger at the moment. I feel their rage. I feel maybe it's due to the times. That could be a big part of it as well. Okay, we are living in hostile times. We are living in times where it seems everything goes. Everything is put out there. okay? And their poetry does reflect that, but it still does not let me leave feeling like, doesn't, I've just read something really good. Like on my poetry pages, I get more of that feeling from the writers on my poetry page, okay? That's how I feel about that. I think that to be able to give away one of these books, I think I'm gonna have to, pick a number, have you all pick a number. It's a couple of you up here, so let me see. Hold on. Yeah. I think I should have you pick a number. Ooh. Hold on just for a second. Pick a number from, excuse me, before I pick a number, I see Marcus had a question. What do I want people to say about my writing after I'm done with my life? You know what? I want them to not say a thing. I want them to feel it. I want them to read it and sit back and just feel it. You see how it gives reading somebody's poetry, a good piece or whatnot, makes you just feel good, or makes you just feel, I just read something that made me think. Or I don't want them to say she was a great writer or anything like that. I just want to make you feel it. That's what I want, okay? That's all I want. And as for you other people out there now, pick a number from 1 to 20, okay? And all of my writings can be, all of my books, I've been a part of 4 books. I have 2 of them here with me. You can get them on CreatorSpace, or you can get them on Amazon under Lonnie Ross, R-O-S-S. Yes, many of you may know me as a different name, but I write under Lonnie Ross, okay? So please, like I said, CreatorSpace or Amazon. And all of the books are up there, and I would love for you all to go and get one. Now, I see let's see. I see one person put up 20. That is not the number. Sorry. Let me see if anybody else put up any numbers. Let's see. I know what the number for me is. Hold on just for a second. Any number marking from 1 to 20. Sorry, it's not 11, Shanita, nor is it 20. Aunt Mary, are you not going to pick a number? Okay, write out questions. I'm good. Okay. I need someone to pick it. Okay, no flashing. I know what she tried to answer. I just need a 1. Really? Really? Should I have put like 1 to 10 for y'all? Okay. Let's see. Oh, really? 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 Well, Karima has actually picked a number that she has picked a number by her, her complicated way of picking a number. She picked number 17. Number 17 is the number, okay? So I hope all of you are listening to me. Karima, through her complicated guessing style, she picked number 17. So she will be getting either one of these books. I'll be writing something special to you also, okay? Let's see. And I think that I have time. Yes, I have a couple of minutes to go on and read a couple of other things for you. Read on one or two more.
Excuse me, Yolanda?
Yes.
It's not Mary. Excuse me, I wrote a couple of questions and I also picked a number. I don't understand why it hasn't come up, but
yeah, I don't know why either.
I don't know, but I just wanted you to know I am.
Did you pick number 17?
No, I picked number 12. Unfortunately,
Okay.
my niece Catherine picked. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, dear.
Okay. So, what is the question though you wanted to ask me?
Oh, one of the questions was, your writing, have it been a source of releasing and also releasing your, your inner feelings? Have it been a source of helping you and others that you have wrote about, inspire them to move on and to, look? Yeah, that was one of the.
I understand what you're saying. Yes, actually it has. It has in many ways. I have to admit, and before it was just me getting my voice out there, because I held the writing thing in for so long, and even the style of writing, I really held back. I was writing very simple for many years, very simple, quiet little pieces, and then things started happening in my life. And then even I must admit, I had shut down writing for a good couple of years because I was putting other people ahead of me, and it did not make me happy. Matter of fact, I felt like I was going to burst at sometimes because I did not realize that I needed to be writing to get that out. I needed to be writing to get that out. Then a friend of mine, she writes, and she was going through some tumultuous times in her life, and she was writing in anger. And I had always said, I had just felt like that's not what poetry is supposed to be for. That's not what poetry is supposed to be for. But in reality, that's exactly what it was for, because I didn't know that was medicine to her. And she told me to try it one day when I was most angriest, and when I was going through my angry periods and sad and depressed and everything. Instead of writing the cute stuff that I thought poetry was supposed to be about, I wrote about all my feelings. I wrote about the anger, the sadness, everything. And it was like, I did not know that it could be so wonderful. It could be so soothing. It could be so helpful. It could be, it opened my eyes because I felt like I was holding it inside, these feelings. And I could not see. I was so angry and so sad, I could not see. So therefore, after she told me about that and I tried it, the floodgates were open. So at that point, after that, I was sharing it with other people. I was telling them to do the same thing. I was not just, because at one point I was just saying, write this cute stuff, write happy stuff. And now it's like, write exactly what you feel. When they say the truth will set you free, trust me, it will set you free. Write it out. I don't care if you're crying on the paper and it's getting blurry. Write it out. You will have an enormous amount of satisfaction. And I have used it to guide me. Yes, I have. And I tell people all the time, do it. Trust me. You wake up. I tell people, they said about Sagittarians, and I am a Sagittarian. They say Sagittarians need to have a pen and a paper on the side of their bed. Okay, so they can definitely wake up during the night and write down what they feel. I feel not just Sagittarians should do that. Everybody should. You should definitely do that. Let's see. And I'm going to do one more piece here. It's okay. And as I said to you before, many of my pieces do not have titles, so I just go with it. I also want to let you know the website for Ocean Sea I definitely wanted to give that to you all. Okay, that is the person who is sponsoring this tonight. A wonderful person. Let's see. Is going to be, hold on just for a second. It's www.anothersaturdayNightPoet.wordprocess.com. My work is there as well. My poetry, I'm going to be in a couple of more things with Ocean Sea, the poet, who's sponsoring all of this, taking care of all of this. Like I said, www.anothersaturdayNightPoet.wordpress.com. You can see my poetry up there with an enormous amount of other fantastic, awesome talent that he has up there as well. Okay? So I'm going to read this because I'm going to be finishing up soon. I loved you, I admit, but you were weak, filled with weak eyes, a weak heart, a weak touch, and it was draining me. I loved you. I loved that you needed me, but you needed too much of me. You needed my essence, my breath, my words, my thoughts. You needed to be me. And as much as I gave to you, that's how much you stole from me. You stole my smile because I began to despise you. You stole my presence because you were always there feeding on my light. You stole my sanity because you were driving me insane. And in the end, you stole my freedom as you forced me to take your life. Now a seed grows in me, the seed of love, the seed of hate. Your seed that you'll never get to see. Actually, you nor me. The hate, the seed of hate. Your seed that you'll never get to see. Actually, you nor me. For as my womb expands for him, stranger hands will take him, giving me never a chance with him. Since life with you has deprived me a life with he. But if he is of you, how much of my love for him could actually be true? So now, while in my prime, I have to distance my mind from the word love, never again wanting to be in love, destroyed from making love, blindsided by constitution of love, confused because I've learned now how to hate love. It is 9 o'clock, people. Thank you so much for joining me tonight in my first book reading with this wonderful person, Chris of Ocean Sea Poet. Like I said, the website is www.anothersaturdayNightPoet.wordpress.com. You can get my books on Amazon.com and you can get them on Creative Space. Thank you so much. I had a wonderful night. Thank you, like I said, for all my family and my friends who continue to support me. I look forward to seeing and speaking to you soon.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.